Hey guys.
Hey.
Yeah, so I don't have too much for today. Um, Unfortunately, have a lot going on at my job, so I haven't been able to put too much time towards this. But just one update. I know that Benji, we moved the repo to the GraphQL org and set it up kind of like the other ones where there's agenda meetings now. So would both of you mind just opening a PR to today's agenda to add yourself? And
Okay, sure.
yeah, and I guess I should do yeah, so by being here, you agree to the membership agreement, participation and contribution guidelines and code of conduct. And yeah, so really the only thing I wanted to talk about was Yakov has that PR stack of getting GraphQL JS up to date with the new response format that we agreed on. So I want to try to put some time into reviewing that so we can get that merged to GraphQL JS. Maybe once that's done, we can publish another alpha version. Just have a way for people to start using the new response format. So I'll reach out to you, Yakov, about what PRs are open and where to get started there.
Okay, that sounds great. Yeah, I looked at the or I read the not read, watched the video from last week's meeting. Sorry, I couldn't join. And I guess I had to say one small way or a large way, one way in which the current implementation doesn't match yet. The gist is just that we are actually not using an ID for the deferred fragment yet, meaning when we notify that a fragment is pending, and then when we notify that it's completed, we're not, I'm not yet using an ID. And that's mostly just because I didn't get around to it, and then because I was a little unsure exactly what type of ID to pick. Meaning for the reference implementation. From what I understand, it's supposed to be a string, or it can be a string of any type, not an integer. But is there a particular form? But I guess that string could be an integer. Is there a particular format that we want to see? Should streams? If we're doing integers, should we start at 0, 1? Small things like stream and defer.
I can see the confusion because Benji was using integers in all of his examples, and I was using integers inside string quotes for mine. But I had talked to him, and I was just thinking that the spec will just say it's just some kind of opaque string, and that we could just use whatever we want in any implementation. I just don't want any kind of situation where clients have some kind of like logic where they're expecting that these are IDs, these are numbers that have to come in a certain order or anything. So I think we can just use a number, send it as a string, and just do whatever's easiest.
Okay, that sounds great.
But yeah, let me know if you disagree.
No, that works for me. I just want to make sure that that's what we want to see, like as opposed to like some like UUID or something like that. Um,
Yeah, it just seems unnecessary to bloat that up into something bigger than an integer, since there's not like a ton of them. We don't need to worry about like collisions with other payloads or anything. But just, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that works. So then I mean, I have to update the stack, and I'll send it to you, and I have to make that change. Um, there's basically one PR that is a little bit of refactoring, and then I think another one that adds the tests, and then the main one that does switches the response format, um, from what I recall, and then another one that adds some helpers, and then a final one that I don't, so and that one, is sort of plus minus, it doesn't really affect the response format. So I guess it's not as urgent. And then the last one is a consolidation of some payloads, then the final changes are that includes inlining. So it's really, in terms of the response format, it's just a small one with refactoring, and then one that adds tests, and then the big one, as I call it. So I'll just line that up for you. I'll shoot you a message, I guess, as that's the easiest way.
All right, awesome. Yvonne, do you want to review those as well?
Yeah. Currently, I'm like don't know if I will have enough time for good review. So if I will have time, I will do like quick review. But if not, feel free to do the same procedure as always. So like Rob, you as like champion review it, and just in case, like ping people like Benji and give like a week for them to leave a comments. If it's done,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
I think week is enough time for anybody who want to review stuff without blocking, especially since experimental feature. Yeah.
Okay, maybe the ones that there's a few that are just like smaller tweaks and test changes and stuff like that. So maybe I'll review those and we can merge them, and then the larger ones we'll ping everyone.
Yeah, one thing, if you have something like some infrastructure change, like if those changes require something big outside of stream defer, like ping me in Slack or Discord. I will look more closely, but if not, feel free to just review it inside the group.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, anything else for this meeting? All right, let's break early today. Yeah, I just think it's most important that we get like the new response format into people's hands to start using it.
One quick note, I would say it's good thing that Europe organized this meeting, even if there is it's not a full agenda or not a lot of people showing up. I think like we need to bootstrap it for some time, because for example, I forget we have them at all, and so I didn't join last week. So even if next week you will not have agenda, you can do it with quick join, and we will quickly update. So we continue to get the ball rolling, basically.
Yeah, I like even if we just meet for 15 minutes like we did today. Just the weekly pace just keeps it fresh in your mind.
Hmm.
All right, cool. Thanks everyone. I'll see you all next week. Bye.
Great, thank you.
Right.